If you were following Operation Blue Wave's countdown to Nintendo's E3 2012 presentation, this morning you saw a tweet saying that there were 34 days left between now and the presentation. Well, now, before the day is over, there are now only 33 days left because Nintendo has at last confirmed the time and date of their E3 2012 presentation on June 5th, a day earlier than Operation Blue Wave had previously anticipated. And Nintendo's E3 2012 presentation will take place on June 5th at 9 o'clock Pacific Time, 10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time, 11 o'clock Central Time, and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be streamed online, likely through Nintendo themselves, most certainly through Nintendo themselves and through other sites. It will most likely be televised on G4, the one and only reason to really ever watch them being their E3 coverage, in my opinion. And now you could, start doing whatever you are able to do to clear out your calendar for that day, because however you experience it, whether you record it at home, whether you're going to be at school or work and you miss it, live, but you get home and watch it, or if you're going to be able to watch it live on TV or online at home or wherever, if whether you're going to watch it alone, whether you're going to bring friends over, if you're just going to if you're going to order pizza, or if you're going to go to the Nintendo World Store in Manhattan, now you're going to be able to hopefully try to find a way to make some way happen for you to see the presentation as soon as you're able to. And I'm very, very excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I really can't explain to the extent of which I'm excited about this, because really, Nintendo's E3 2012 presentation is going to have to be the biggest thing Nintendo's ever done. They have to build up so much excitement and change so many people's minds and get so many people's attention that the sheer showmanship of Nintendo's presentation is going to be unprecedented. It absolutely has to be. You think they're preparing the stage, they're preparing the scripts. They know that this hour is probably going to be one of the most important moments in Nintendo's history whatsoever. It's just going to be unprecedented. This has to be gigantic. And I don't even care if they build up more excitement than they could actually deliver on, because they just have to go all out for this. When a company has the world to prove, they have a great E3 presentation. When Sony and E3 2006, where Sony assumed that they already won it all, that the seventh generation was in the bank for them, they had a laughable presentation. And Nintendo basically had to prove that they were even viable, that they would even had a ghost of a chance in the seventh generation. And as a result, they had an excellent showing at E306. Meanwhile, the next year, when Nintendo already, as soon as the expectation, as soon as the Wii wasn't the next Virtual Boy, as soon as it had any kind of success, Nintendo basically, it was clear that once Nintendo was once Nintendo was dominating that generation in '07 and especially in '08, they really didn't have to prove or justify their own existence in the industry. They didn't have to prove that they weren't on the verge of vanishing like Sega did from the console space. And those were very, very, very weak E3s for them. And that's why I think this is going to be an excellent E3 for Nintendo. And this is the sheer this is going to cause a huge burst of noise. And I'm going to be at the Nintendo World Store. I've gotten so many messages saying, please go to the Nintendo World Store. Are you going to be at the Nintendo World Store? I plan to be. I have every expectation of being there. I have no reason to believe that I won't be there. And I'm going to record as all the reactions I can get. I have an old the camera I use every year. It's getting older. It's not as reliable as it used to be. Hopefully, I can get a new camera. If I have to use the old one, hopefully it works just fine. And I plan on recording the reaction videos at Nintendo World just like I did for E3 2011, E3 2010, and E3 2006. And hopefully, I'm going to try to get that for you sooner than I did those previous years. I want to hopefully get that up within an hour of the presentation ending. I want to hopefully get that up before I even leave the Nintendo store. That's being extremely optimistic there. I don't know if I'll be technically able to do it, but I'm going to try. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Nintendo's E3 2012 presentation. There are 33 days to go, and if I strongly suggest read Game Over, Press Start to Continue by David Sheff. It's a great book, and really, I'm really just appreciating this moment right now because this is unique. This is never going to happen again. This whole situation is so unique. This is such a one-time thing that it's really never going to ever happen again. Pretty much, it's something to savor because the anticipation and the excitement and the uproar Nintendo's going to cause if they do this right is going to be unprecedented. And I'm really almost sorry that I'm not going to be able to be at home and look at what's going on Twitter in real time. Look at what's going on the image boards and the message boards and people's reactions, because there's one thing I can guarantee. People are going to be shocked by what Nintendo shows for their new home system. They're going to be shocked by the partnerships they're going to be making and the companies that they're working with and the nature of the system itself. And that's all I could really say until E3. I could restate it over and over in any which way. And so that's it. 33 days to go as of today. And so if you've been keeping the Operation Blue Wave countdown calendar, principal countdown calendar, mark off an extra day tonight because there are only 33 days left, not 34. And that's that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys at E3.